Welcome to the kitchen. Today we're gonna make sweet potato black bean veggie burgers. I have been wanting to make veggie burgers for a very long time and I haven't had a chance to do it. So I'm so excited to finally get the chance to do this. And it's really important right now because the cost of food has skyrocketed and the ground beef is outrageous. So why not make your own veggie burgers and have a healthy alternative that is probably less expensive than definitely less expensive than buying them in the freezer compartment, but also probably much less expensive than ground beef at the moment. So let's try this out and I hope that you enjoy it. We're gonna be using oats and quinoa to help bind it together. We're gonna roast our sweet potatoes and then use the mashed up sweet potatoes to help bind everything together. And for flavoring, we're gonna have paprika, cumin, and chili powder. So let me start getting our mise en place together and I'll show you how to do this.
Please subscribe to Chef Victoria Loves YouTube channel so we can bring you more recipes. Thank you. We have our half a cup of quinoa boiling rapidly with 1 cup of water, and we're gonna let that boil for about 11 minutes until all the water is absorbed. Here's our quinoa, nice and fluffy. That cooked for about 12 minutes. And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna cover it and let it continue to steam with all as you can see, there's a little bit of steam coming up. We're gonna let that steam for another 10 minutes and cool. And I just took our sweet potatoes out of the 400-degree oven. They took about 35 minutes. We're gonna let those cool and I'm gonna remove the skin and scrape out the pulp and use that in our recipe. We have all of our mise en place ready, and we've had enough time for our fluffy quinoa to cool off, our mashed sweet potatoes. So we're gonna add all of these ingredients to our mixing bowl and then use the paddle attachment and mix it. Our corn, paprika, cumin, chili powder, cilantro, and onion. We're gonna mix it all together, and the last minute, we're just gonna hand fold in the oats. So I've stirred together the quinoa and the black beans, and I do notice that the black beans really are not breaking up at all, and I do want them to be a bit broken up. So before I add anything else, I'm just gonna use the potato masher to push through here to break up some of those black beans. I want to make sure that this sticks and holds together. So I am gonna mush it down and get that a little bit more pulverized. All right, now it's looking much better. So I've added the sweet potato and I use the potato masher to mash up some of those black beans, and it's beginning to hold together better. You can make this whole entire recipe with a potato masher if you don't have the stand mixer, so you can do that instead. And so now that I've got this base that looks a little more sticky, I'm gonna start adding in the other ingredients, our corn, our finely chopped onions, and our seasonings and the cilantro. We'll get all of those in and mix together. Here's our mixture, and now we're just gonna fold in by hand the quick oats. Now make sure you use quick oats, not old-fashioned oats. Quick oats are smaller. Now we have our mixture already with the oats folded in, and what I need to do is shape the burgers. So luckily I have, this is our crumpet mold. I'm not sure if you remember when I made crumpets on another video, but this is the mold left over. It's not as wide as I'd like, but it's certainly gonna do the job. So I wanna spray it with some nonstick cooking spray so it can release easily. What we wanna do is shape our burgers, and then we're gonna bake them in the oven. And I wanna brush olive oil on both sides of it. So that's a measured half cup of the veggie burger mix. We're gonna just press it down, use the back of a spoon. Press it down to shape it. So once you've packed it in, and you can just, because you sprayed it with nonstick cooking spray, see how easily it removes? Now I've brushed them with olive oil on the tops and on the bottoms, but I also flattened it out with my hand. I didn't like the way that they looked. They were too thick and not wide enough, so I just pressed them down with the palm of my hand, made them a little wider, and now I'm gonna pop them in the oven, 350-degree oven for about 20 minutes. I'm gonna rotate after 10, and that way, when I take them out after 10 minutes, I'm gonna save these and I can reheat them in the frying pan. If you're gonna serve them right away, do it for 30 minutes and serve, but I wanna store these for later. So I'm just gonna do 10 minutes, rotate it, another 10 minutes. Here they are right out of the oven after 20 minutes, and I'm able to flip it over so it's holding itself together. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let them cool, and then I'm gonna layer them between pieces of parchment paper and store them in the refrigerator, or I can freeze them. So depending on when you want to use them, you can either freeze half or, freeze them all. But go ahead and make this recipe and keep them on hand for whenever you do need to have a quick veggie burger. And it smells absolutely wonderful. You can see the corn and the black beans and the cilantro. So I'm very excited. The bell's ringing. I got a class coming in, so I gotta go. Here we have our frying pan, and I've got it on high heat. I just put it in some olive oil, and we're just gonna get that warmed up. Flip it over, about 1 minute on each side. Here we go, here's our veggie burger, and because I am wanting to eat healthy, I am not having my bun on this. So I'm just gonna have my veggie burger on a bed of lettuce and tomato and enjoy it this way. So I hope you're inspired to do this at home and make some wonderful veggie burgers for your family. Take care, everybody, bye. For more recipe demonstrations, please click like and subscribe to Chef Victoria Loves YouTube channel and have fun in the kitchen. Thank you.